We need to be able to get agreement.
Blinken says the U.S., Egypt, and Qatar are in very active discussions. Officials have been negotiating for months to try to end the fighting in the Gaza Strip. Israel's prime minister is insisting on the continued deployment of troops in the Philadelphia corridor. It's a strategically important area in the enclave bordering Egypt. Hamas rejects any Israeli presence there. U.S. media outlets earlier reported the upcoming proposal may be a final deal, and if it fails, that could mark the end of the negotiations led by Washington. German police have killed a teenager who opened fire near the Israeli consulate general in Munich. It happened on the anniversary of a deadly attack on Israelis in the city. Police had a shootout with the 18-year-old Austrian national. They think he may have planned a terror attack on the consulate. Local media report authorities had previously raided his home on suspicion he had been radicalized by Islamist propaganda. Thursday marks 52 years since Palestinian militants carried out a month. The Islamic State militant group claimed responsibility. Tokyo has filed a complaint with Belarus after the country's state-run television aired a program about a Japanese national detained for alleged espionage. The station on Thursday broadcast a 15-minute program called The Failure of the Samurai from Tokyo. Local news outlets say it's the first suspected case of espionage involving a Japanese national. The program, as well as Japanese government sources, say the man is Nakanishi Masabushi, who worked as a Japanese language teacher. The program says he's being investigated on suspicion of gathering information on Belarusian military facilities for a Japanese intelligence agency. Television footage appears to show Nakanishi taking photographs. And Nakanishi says in Russian, he went near the border with Ukraine, taking many photos of a railway and a bridge. It's uncertain whether he was able to speak freely and how truthful the program's content is. Japan's top government spokesperson was asked about the matter on Friday.
In the broadcast on Thursday, the Japanese embassy strongly urged the Belarusian Prime Minister to cancel the program. But it is extremely regrettable that it was still broadcast. The government lost the protest with the Foreign Ministry immediately after it aired.
He says the government will continue to offer its maximum support. A Ugandan Olympic athlete has died in Kenya after her ex-boyfriend allegedly set her on fire. Rebecca Cheptegei competed in the women's marathon at the Paris Games just weeks ago. Kenyan media reported Cheptegei's ex-boyfriend doused her in gasoline and set her on fire in her home on Sunday. She was living in Kenya, which was her training base. Cheptegei died in hospital on Thursday at the age of 33. Uganda Olympic Committee President Donald Bukare called the attack a cowardly and senseless act that has led to the loss of a great athlete. The spokesperson for the UN Secretary General, Stefan Dujarric, condemned the act and said gender-based violence is one of the most pressing human rights issues in the world.
Every 11 minutes on average, a woman or a girl is killed by an intimate partner or a family member somewhere in the world.
He added, we still live in a male-dominated culture that leaves women vulnerable by denying them equality in dignity and rights. Dujarric said the UN calls for the elimination of violence and discrimination against women around the world. Philippine authorities have arrested a former mayor accused of having links to a Chinese criminal syndicate. Alice Guo arrived in Manila Friday morning after being deported from Indonesia. She was taken into custody on charges of graft and corruption. Guo is suspected of ties to an illegal online casino catering to Chinese clients while she was the mayor of Bamban Town on Luzon Island. Investigators suspect the casino engaged in human trafficking and investment scams.
I'm desperate, and I'm asking for the authorities' help.
Guo was detained near Jakarta on Wednesday. She had fled the Philippines after speculation about her Chinese nationality. Guo earlier claimed to a congressional investigation she's a natural aboard as Philippine citizens. The Philippine Interior Secretary has assured her safety as long as she cooperates with the investigation. The arrest comes amid growing friction between Manila and Beijing over maritime skirmishes in the South China Sea. Philippine President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. had demanded Guo be returned to face justice.